What is going on, comic book fans? That clap actually hurt my hands, and you know it's a good one when it hurts your hands. But guys, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another Final Order Cutoff highlights video. And if we're doing Final Order Cutoff, that means today is Thursday, February 27th of 2025, and you guys are most likely watching this on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. But guys, this video is everything you need to know, in my opinion, about this weekend's Final Order Cutoff. I gathered all the best covers, all the speculation, and what else did I do? Oh yeah, I gathered the new number ones that I think you guys have to be pre-ordering, so that way we can save up to 35% of the cover price of these books and use that savings to reinvest back into this amazing hobby that we all love so much. Now, I am switching up this video a little bit. I had that intro card right after the opening title to give you guys all the information you had to know about this weekend's Final Order Cutoff, so that way I don't have to repeat it every single video. So that's great, because this intro is shorter, and that means we can dive right into the good stuff. So let's go ahead and check out all the amazing covers that I was able to find on this weekend's Final Order Cutoff by going over my cover lover picks. All right, guys, let's go ahead and kick this list off with all the really cool Batman issue number 158 covers I was able to find. If you did not know, Batman issue number 158 kicks off Hush Volume 2. Everyone is so pumped and excited about this, especially if you read the Volume 1 of the Hush saga, and Volume 2 is coming back with this same creative team of Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee. So let's go ahead and cover the covers that I really like. And first up is the cover K, which is the DC Showcase wraparound foil variant. What a mouthful, but this is done by Sean Murphy, and I am just a Sean Murphy fanboy. I freaking love this guy's artwork. Now, looking at this a little closer, I did see some things I did not absolutely love about it, but guys, it's Sean Murphy. I gotta show you guys everything Sean Murphy, because I think it's so stinking cool. Now guys, next up is the cover F variant. It's done by Dan Moore, and again, I'm a Dan Moore fanboy. I just think all of his covers are so great. Hush doesn't look absolutely amazing in this, but guys, look at Batman. It's so good. Now guys, next up is the cover E. It's a connecting cover set by Gabriel Del Otto. This is just one sliver of probably, you know, he's going to do one for each Hush issue, and it's going to connect into this amazing scene at the very end. And yeah, it's Gabriel Del Otto. Of course, I'm going to show you guys. Now, there are two more covers. Next up is the cover L, which is the 1:25 ratio variant done by Lee Bermejo. It's Bermejo goodness, just check that out. The Joker looks freaking sick. And the final cover that I like for Batman issue number 158 is the cover M. It's the 1:50 ratio variant done by Simon DeMeo. And yes, again, I am a Simon DeMeo fanboy, so I really enjoy this. And I'm probably using that word incorrectly. I'm just huge fans of these artists, and this cover is just so good. Now guys, next up is Absolute Wonder Woman issue number 6. I think I put almost every single cover for this issue right here of Absolute Wonder Woman on this list, because I think they're all really stunning. So first up is just the cover A. Look at this cover. I think what's working for me on this cover is the negative space, the black negative space, and just the color of the rope. It's so vibrant, and it's just, I don't know, there's something about the intensity and the look of Wonder Woman's face. It's so good. Now guys, next up is the cover B in the 1:50 Virgin ratio variant done by Sean Murphy. Again, Sean Murphy, it's so good. After that is the cover D. It's done by Joshua Swaby. And you don't even see her face completely, but just her pose. And she's got that giant freaking sword. I don't know. This cover is so good. And I think this is the last one. It is the cover E, which is the International Women's Day variant done by Jenny Frison. She looks gorgeous, but also just absolutely badass. Oh no, there is one more. Sorry, there's two more. There is the cover F, which is the 1:25 ratio variant done by Dustin Gwynn. And what I really like about this cover is that Wonder Woman is not like a grown woman. She's still a little girl, but you can see all the demons in hell all just like surrounding her, and they're not trying to eat her because they like her. She is so loving and so caring that she has changed the creatures of hell, or the ones that are around her, into like loving, caring beings. And that is just one of the coolest points about this book. I freaking love it, and this cover is bad freaking ass. Now next up is the final cover. It's an exclusive cover. It's coming from Afshari. I'm probably totally butchering that. Comics. And it's done by Puppeteer Lee. And it's just an awesome rendition of Wonder Woman. Absolute Wonder Woman. Sorry, Absolute Wonder Woman. It's just so, so good. Moving on. Next up, Superman issue number 24 with the cover B variant done by David Nakayama. The classic solid background with just the character on the front. Really stinking good. After that, Justice League Unlimited issue number 5 with the cover D, which is the International Women's Day variant done by Jenny Frison. Not as good as the Absolute Wonder Woman, but it is pretty good. After that, Absolute Martian Manhunter issue number 1 with the cover I, which is a 1 in 25 ratio variant done by David Aja. David Aja just does such great design, actual design, not like character design, but like page layout design that is just so good. And this is so good with the circles and the lines. Everything about it is so, so good. Next up, Green Arrow issue number 22 with the cover A done by Torrin Clark. Every cover that Torrin Clark has done for this Green Arrow series, especially the recently, it's just been stunning. It's so great. And I think the colors add to his line work. It is just so, so good. Next up, Void Rivals, issue number 18 with the cover B variant, done by Michelle Rubini. I love this book so, so much. This is one of the main characters on the front, and it just, I don't know. I don't want to go into the talking about the book, but you guys know this is such a great book, and I love this rendition of this character. Next up, I love this cover. Batman The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween, issue number 6 with the cover B variant done by Enrico Morani, and it's Mr. Freeze. And there was recently a cover kind of like this, but this one is more cartoony, like a little more, I don't know, playful, I guess you could say, and it's awesome. I freaking love this cover. The next up is The Flash, issue number 19. There is a Mike Del Mundo variant, but I didn't like it as much as this. This one right here is the cover C. It's done by Steven Segovia. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I love this rendition. The energy in that pose, in the lines, everything is just so great. Now guys, next up is Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu, issue number 7 with the cover A, done by David Puppeteer, and it is fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. It's so good. The composition of it, the colors, everything about it is so great. Now next up is, probably a cover that I'm going to like, and that's why it's on the list, because this is my list. And I don't think everyone's going to love it as much as me, but guys, this is Harley Quinn issue number 49, the cover E, which is a 1 in 25 ratio variant done by Mariko Andolfo. And I'm just a fan of her artwork so much. And it's just, this cover is so good. Up next, guys, is Psylocke issue number 6. Now, this is a really cool cover. It's a variant cover done by Alex Maleev. And it is just something about the fact that she has no pupils and she's just like sitting on a couch or something. And she completely, obviously, beat the crap out of a couple guys. It's just so badass. The next up is a really cool cover for a book I care nothing about, but I might try to grab this cover if I can get it for a decent price. This is Radiant Black, issue number 32 with the cover C variant, which is a 1 in 25 ratio foil variant done by Jock. It's Jock, man. When he does a book, it's like the covers just are so good. And this one right here is just awesome. And next up is definitely probably my favorite cover on this weekend's Final Order cutoff. This is the all-new Venom issue number 5 with the 1 in 25 ratio variant done by DK Ruan. Freaking epic. So good. I'm just looking at this cover on my screen, and it is so, so good. The next up is a cool cover. This is Black Canary, Best of the Best, issue number 5 with the cover B variant done by Joelle Jones. Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. I mean, she looks freaking great, and you got some a mouse behind her, which are really interesting. I guess that's supposed to be the crowd chanting to her as she's fighting Lady Shiva. So good. Next up, Power Girl issue number 19 with the cover B variant done by David Talaski. Really great. It's one of those covers where they didn't overdo Power Girl's breasts, and it's just, it stands out, and it's really, really great. Next up, Daredevil Cold Day in Hell, issue number 1 with the 1 in 25 ratio variant done by Ben Harvey. I also like the variant cover done by Linnell Francis Yu. Both of these covers are really great. We'll talk about this more down in the new number 1 section. After that, Hello Darkness, issue number 9 with the cover B variant. All these cover Bs by Jenny Frison have been so good. And this one is really creepy. It's like the snake is her guts, but the snake is choking her. So good. Next up is a fantastic cover, and it's done by Mike Del Mundo. And you guys know I love Mike Del Mundo. This is Hello Darkness, issue number 9 with the cover C variant. And like I just said, Mike Del Mundo goodness. It is so good. It's like one of those old school tapes. You can take it out and you have to rewind it, but it's like the kid's head and it's just exploding. So good. Next up is really cool cover. This is Peacemaker presents The Vigilante in Eagly double feature issue number 1 with the cover A done by Mitch Gerards. So good. Mr. Gerards is this next level, and guys, he's doing the interiors to this book, and we're going to talk about this book later as well in the new number 1 section. After that, the final new number 1 that we'll talk about later in the video, we're taking everyone down with us, issue number 1 with the cover B in the cover F 1 in 75 Virgin ratio variant done by Matteo DeLuis. So good. Creepy, awesome, goodness, all in one cover, and Matteo DeLuis's artwork is so great. After that is the cover E. It's a 1 in 50 ratio variant for the same book done by Martin Simmons. Again, it's just really cool. After that is a really inventive, or I don't know, whoever came up with this idea for this cover is so creative. This is so great. This is You'll Do Bad Things, issue number 1 with the cover E variant done by Gigi Cavango. So cool. The reflections of the person's eyes are in the knife, and he's unzipped his mouth because he has one of those crazy masks on where there's a zipper. So good. That is creepy as hell. New horror book, guys, if you're into that. After that are a couple covers for Concert of Champions, issue number 1. Stupid idea for a book. I don't know who's going to be buying this. Personally, it's my own personal opinion. I shouldn't have called it stupid, but guys, to me, this sounds like a really dumb book. But there is 2 cool variant covers for it. First up is the variant in the 1 in 50 Virgin ratio variant done by Ivan Talavera, featuring Dazzler, looking dazzling good. And after that is the Marvel Rivals variant done by NetEase. Just really cool artwork on both of these covers for a book that I don't care about, and I most likely will skip over both of these. Next up is a gorgeous cover. It's Vampirella issue number 1. That's right, they're starting a new Vampirella, or they're launching a new number 1. And this is the cover C and the cover S, which is a 1 in 20 Virgin ratio variant done by Mark Spears. I am personally not a huge Mark Spears fan. I know that he is just all the craze in the community right now, but this cover right here is so good. Really like this cover. After that, Heavy Metal. That's right, Heavy Metal is coming back. It's a big magazine, and it's, you know, a comic book. It's really cool. I shouldn't say really cool because I haven't read it, but it could be really cool. This is the cover C variant done by Tula Lotte. Sexy girl with like a giant bird lizard thing. So good. Now after that is a really cool cover. You can only get this cover bought directly from Coffin Comics, but this is Lady Death Savage Reign, the premiere edition, the holofoil variant done by Enzo Fernandez, and there is a nudie variant of this as well, but the artwork on this cover is stunning. Absolutely stunning. This one right here, just the holofoil, is $50. I didn't check the nudie one because I didn't care about that. Just this. You can buy right now, I think, for the next 7 or 8 days for 50 bucks. Could be a good deal. I don't know. It's a holofoil. What parts of the foil? Is it the whole thing? Probably. The sky, you can kind of see the foil action going. It is so cool. It is such a great cover. Never read a Lady Death book before. Have you guys? Let me know down in the comments below if you have. Guys, there are just 2 more covers. Next up, we have Doom Academy issue number 1 with the second print 1 in 25 ratio variant done by Pablos Villalobos. And after that, the final cover is a really cool cover for The Immortal Thor issue number 22. I dropped this book so long ago because I did not care for the story at all, but this variant cover is done by Dan Panozan. So good. Yeah, just really cool. I like that the text is kind of like sideways and it's like huge, and yeah, I don't know. Competes with Thor a little bit, but who cares? It looks freaking awesome. Guys, those are all my cover letter picks for this weekend's final order cutoff. Make sure you're checking out the links below to check out the rest of the covers that you guys have an opportunity to pre-order at up to 35% off the cover price of those books. Yeah, so let's go ahead and move over to the next section, which are all the books that I found a little bit of speculation either in the guts or on the cover. Now guys, with speculation, you guys have to be doing your own research. Guys, there are links down in the description below to 2 places that I really trust. And if you guys have not joined the Discord just yet, make sure you guys join the Discord. There are some great speculators down there. All right, guys, let's go ahead and dive into these books that have a little bit of speculation. First up, Absolute Martian Manhunter, issue number 1, with the introduction of the Absolute Martian Manhunter. After that, Absolute Wonder Woman, issue number 6, with the origin of Diana's deadly weapons. A nice little origin story right there for you for her really gigantic sword and that really cool rope that she's been using. That's red, not gold, but red. All right, guys, after that, Batman issue number 158 with the first issue of Hush Volume 2. Now, guys, just a caveat with this book. This book is going to be printed through the nose, like so many copies. But, you know, maybe way in the future, like way in the future, 30, 40 years, this book could be worth something because maybe the story is going to be a banger. And kids are still going to want it 40 years in the future. Who knows? I just got to give you guys the information. You guys do what you want with it. After that, All New Venom issue number 5 with the identity of the All New Venom revealed in issue number 5. Who is it going to be? There's been some like teases or maybe possible leaks that it's this one character, and if it is, I'm going to be pissed. It better be one of the cool ones and not this bad one. After that, Concert of Champions issue number 1 with the first team appearance of the Deep Void, a sinister metal band. Yeah, that's a thing. It's a thing in this. That's going to be the first appearance right there for you. Is it a good one? No. No, it's not. After that, The Immortal Thor issue number 22 with the possible first appearance of NRGL. Nurgle? Is that how you pronounce that? That's what I'm guessing. And he is the Lord of Murder in Darkness. These gods that Al Ewing is making up are just dumb. All right, guys, 3 more books, I believe, of like SPEC in the guts. After that is Moon Knight Fist of Khonshu, issue number 7 with the possible team appearance of the Pool Party, a team led by 8-Ball. Is 8-Ball a villain again? I really hope not, because I thought it was so cool. His story was so great of how he turned good and fought alongside Moon Knight. I really hope he doesn't break bad again. After that, X-Men issue number 14. I can't pronounce anything today. X-Men issue number 14 with the possible second cameo team appearance of the shadowy adversaries known as 3K. All right, guys, next up is the final something with possibly something kind of in the guts, even though it's not really in the guts, but it's guttish, I guess you could say. Marvel Rivals issue number 1. Now, there's nothing truly first appearance in this book per se, because this is just a reprinting of issues number 1 through 6 of something called the Marvel Rivals Infinity Comics that came out a little while ago. They're just reprinting them, putting them all in this. But guys, a lot of the Marvel Rival covers are selling well because the game is doing well, and the game is still doing really well right now in the video game community. And a lot of those guys are buying these Marvel Rival books. So if that game is still doing well, I'm guessing that these covers are still going to do well, and these comic books are going to do well. So, you know, hedge your bets, do your research. But guys, I got to give you the information. Marvel Rivals issue number 1 coming out on this weekend's final order cutoff. And not coming out, it's available for pre-order on this weekend's final order cutoff. That was everything that was in the guts. Now let's go over the covers that I think could sell well on the secondary market because the artwork is just so good. First up, Green Lantern issue number 21 with the cover D, which is a 1:25 ratio variant done by that guy, Mark Spears. He's just everywhere. In DC, he's on indie books. I'm not sure if he's doing Marvel books yet or not. I'm sure he will in the future if he isn't already. But this is a Mark Spears book. So Mark Spears is on a cover. You gotta at least look into the possibility of this book selling well on the secondary market. And this is a 1:25. So it's gonna be a little bit more rare. All right, guys, after that is Fantastic Four issue number 4, the facsimile edition, 2025, with the 1:25 ratio variant done by Phil Noto. Now, do I love facsimile books? No. Do I like 1:25 variant covers for facsimile books? No. But when those covers have really cool artwork, they do tend to sell well on the secondary market because there really ain't a lot of them out there, or is not a lot of them out there, because who is ordering 25 copies of a facsimile book? Not that many people. And this one right here, featuring Namor by Phil Noto, is really, really good. And after that, Marvel Rivals issue number 1 with the 1:100 Virgin ratio variant done by Peach Momoko. And the last one is Doom Academy. Second print, 1:25, Virgin ratio variant done by Pablos Villalobos. These second prints, 1:25s, just tend to sell well, though I believe there are some first appearances in this book as well, and it's a Villalobos, and it's Doom. It's got the stuff to be a good book. So yeah, if you can find this for a good price, you can probably flip it for a little bit more. Editor Bruce here, guys, diving in before we end this speculation section. Now, after I recorded this video and started editing it, the Discord let me know that there is a third print 1:25 foil cover that's landing on this weekend's final order cutoff for Lucky Devils issue number 1. And the artist is going to be Jenny Frison. Now, there's also a regular third print is going to have the same cover art. It's just not going to be foil, but a third print, 1 in 25. How many stores are going to be ordering 25 copies of our third print? I don't think very many. So this 1 in 25, I think is going to be pretty rare. And it's going to have artwork by Jenny Frison. Jenny Frison, third print, 1 in 25, foil. I think that's everything you need in a cover to sell well on the secondary market. All right, guys, that is it for Editor Bruce. Let's dive back into this video. All right, guys, those are all the books that with either something in the guts or on the cover for speculation. Now, it's last but not least, we got to cover the new #1s that I think the stories sound so good that you should pre-order them. So let's go ahead and cover these new #1s. All right, guys, we got a DC book, a Marvel book, and an indie book. So we got one of each. So let's go ahead and cover these real quick. First up is Daredevil, Cold Day in Hell, issue #1. Now, I was actually really excited about this What If tale. I thought it was going to be really cool. It's written by Charles Soule and has art by Steve McNiven. But going through Final Order Cutoff, I found out that this is only a 3. That's right, a 3-issue miniseries. So it's going to be super short, which is like a bummer. This should be at least a 6-issue, if not a 12-issue maxi series. Come on. Old Man Daredevil, that's just, like, I love the Old Man stuff. I just think it's so cool. Like, you know, Old Man Logan kicked it off. Let's do Old Man Daredevil. Even though they might have already done that. I know they've done Old Man Hawkeye and Old Man Star-Lord, but come on. Old Man Daredevil could be so cool. But let's read the synopsis for this. Hell Gone Cold. After a horrific series of events, the world is in shambles. Matt Murdock is old, and his powers have faded to nothing. Matt will not, however, sit by and watch his fellow New Yorkers suffer, so instead of swinging around the city from his billy club line, he slings soup at a food center for the poor. But when a mysterious, wrinkly old man interrupts a secret convoy causing an explosion, a deadly gas fills Hell's Kitchen, and this tale takes a turn that will change how you look at the man without fear. Now, again, I think the main reason why I'm so excited about this is because it is written by Charles Soule. He's such a great writer. Steve McNiven is a good artist. And I love What If, Elseworld, out of continuity stories, and that's exactly what this book is. So I'm pretty pumped for it, even though it is just a 3-issue miniseries. All right, guys, next up, the DC book. Peacemaker presents The Vigilante Eagly double feature issue #1. Now, the creative team on this is pretty cool. So James Gunn is the overall story creator. Tim Seeley is the writer, and Mitch Gerads is the freaking artist, and he is such a great artist. I've met him at multiple Comic-Cons, and he is such a nice guy. But guys, it's time to read the synopsis for this bad boy. They give peace a bad name. DC Studios' James Gunn steps in as story consultant for 5 issues of insane calamity when 2 fan favorite characters share the spotlight in equal page count. The vigilante story starts when Peacemaker has disappeared. It's up to Adrian Chase, the vigilante, and Peacemaker's bestest friend to find him. The crime bosses of Evergreen must pay. Blood will be spilled. Oh, wait, you say Peacemaker is just on vacation? Don't tell Adrian that. Meanwhile, Eagly and his sidekick, Chris Smith, aka the Peacemaker, are exhausted. After kicking out of a bunch of Nazi lizard dudes, it's time to head to the great outdoors for some fresh air and some much needed vacay. But when their commute is co-opted by a bunch of masked it's up to a certain Eagle hero and his pet human to get themselves and some dumb innocent folks out of quite the pickle. Will lives be lost? Duh. An original DC Comics story inspired by James Gunn's visionary Peacemaker series on Max. You best get ready to rumble. It sounds freaking awesome. It's going to be a laugh. It's going to be some insane action. And if you haven't watched that Peacemaker series on Max, go watch it now. It's not for kids. Do not watch it with kids. It's for adults only. There's amazing action, great story, and it's hilarious. It is so, so good. And I'm sorry if you guys hear that siren in the background. It's so warm here. It's like 50 degrees outside, so I got the windows open. Trying to cool it down in here, but I'm sweating profusely. All right, guys, the final new #1 that we need to talk about. We're taking everyone down with us, issue #1. Now, this is coming from the creative team of Matthew Rosenberg. I'm a big fan of his, and has art by Stefano Landini. Matthew Rosenberg completely won me over with DZ vs. Vampires. He wrote the first series with James Tynion IV, and he's done the second series all by himself, and it is so fantastic. I really have started to really enjoy him as a writer. I think he does such a great job. But let's go ahead and read the synopsis for this. The explosive, double-sized first issue. I love when comics do that to really suck you in. They really give you lots of story right off the get-go. After her mad scientist father is killed by the world's greatest spy, 13-year-old Annalise is left all alone in the world. Sort of. Her dead dad's robot bodyguard is following her around for some reason. Now, Annalise has a choice. Try to lead a normal life for the first time ever, or seek revenge and maybe overthrow the world order in the process. Obviously, number 2. Image Comics proudly presents a journey of regret, retribution, super spies, pseudoscience, growing up, and global domination from brilliant artist Stefano Landini and OK writer Matthew Rosenberg. That sounds so good and so cool, and so many other covers are so awesome. I'll make sure that I look online for preview pages to all the comics that we talked about, the new number 1, so you guys can see some of the interior art for these books if it's available. And I'm just excited for all of these. I'm excited for new comics. I love new stories. This is the hobby that I have a true passion for. So I try to bring that in these videos, in my final order cutoff video and on the Wednesday pull list. So I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. But guys, that's everything that I personally think that you guys need to know about this upcoming weekend's final order cutoff. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and wrap this video up. Did you hear my voice crack right there? I'm 40, almost 5, and my voice is still cracking. Alright guys, we are at the end of today's video. We're back in action after a week-long hiatus. It feels good. It feels good to be making content again. So guys, if you guys are still watching this video right now, I feel like I'm not centered. If you guys are still watching this video right now, if you've watched all the way from the beginning, all the way to this point in the video right now, you know what you guys are. Let me go ahead and say it though. You guys are legends, true supporters of the channel. I truly appreciate every single one of you. Now, if you guys haven't smashed the like button yet, do me a favor, smash that like button. And last but not least, guys, if you guys watch that video and you enjoy comic book content and you enjoyed that video right there, but you're not subscribed, I'm just gonna say, what are you doing? Get yourself subscribed, hit that bell for notifications, and smash that like button. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and guys, have a great weekend. Pre-order all the books that you guys want. Make sure you guys are getting them at that sweet discount. And guys, I'll catch you on Tuesday with the Wednesday pull list. Have a good weekend. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.